Chairman Gensler, you have not responded to my letter dated March 30, 2023 on SAB 121. I ask unanimous consent to submit my letter to Chairman Gensler into the record without objection. I have a staff email, Mr. Gensler, confirming receipt of the letter in front of me. I know the SEC received it. Can you explain why you failed to answer my letter, Mr. Chairman?
There's a letter that I just got in the last 2 weeks, as I understand.
No, it's dated March 30, 2023, and I have a...
Or 2.5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I have a...
So let me just address again the substance.
I'm going to reclaim my time.
Sorry.
I do expect a written response very soon to that letter. And Chairman Gensler, I'm new to this committee. I may not look like it today, but I sit way down on the dais. I've heard rumors that you're not particularly interested in communicating with Congress, the entities you regulate, or just about anyone else. As you can tell by how late I have been in the speaking order for this hearing, I am nowhere near one of the most senior members of Congress in this room, but let me remind you that everyone on this dais represents different parts of the United States of America, and by ignoring our letters, you are effectively ignoring the American people, and make no mistake, we will hold you accountable.
Agency. You have some of the highest turnover amongst the agencies. Do you think you have the manpower to actually regulate digital assets, considering all the other rulemaking you're engaged in?
And Gary be ducking and diving all these questions. I ain't never seen nothing like this in my life. Do you think you got the manpower, Gary? Mr. Donalds? Get him, Donalds.
You have some of the highest turnover amongst the agencies. Do you think you have the manpower to actually regulate digital assets, considering all the other rulemaking you're engaged in?
We actually have 6 to 7% turnover, which is consistent with the other federal financial.
I would disagree. OPM would say otherwise, Chairman Gensler. Hey, real quick, last question. I think it might have came up. You were Hillary Clinton's CFO in the campaign, right?
It's part of my history.
Were you? Yes or no?
Yes or no, Gary? Just answer the question. Stop looking all bug-eyed.
In 2016.
Gary, look, right there, that's a look of fear. He's like, oh, crap. This guy's really going back. Did you work for Hillary or not, GG?
Did you facilitate the payment for the...
Look at that look right there. That's the look I'm scared to death. He knows his job is on the line right now. You're about to be fired, Gary.
Deal dossier since you were CFO of the Hillary Clinton campaign?
Sir.
Oh, look, he's like, sir. Oh, man, what? What'd you say?
Yes or no?
Sir.
Yes or no?
Yes or no, Gary? Stop playing games.
That was not...
You're under oath, Chairman Gensler. Yes or no?
I know.
You're under oath, Gary. Stop playing games.
I was not something I was aware of.
I yield back the rest of my time. Thank you, Chair.
Good to go. You got him. You got him, Mr. Donalds.
According to a report by the National Venture Capital Association, the number of IPOs has declined by more than 38% since 2014. This decline is troubling because IPOs provide a critical source of capital for companies to grow and expand. By going public, companies can access a larger pool of investors and raise the capital they need to expand into new products, hire more employees, and expand into new markets. But going public is a daunting process for many companies, especially the smaller ones. It's expensive, time-consuming, and comes with a host of regulatory requirements that can be overwhelming. That's why we need to make it easier and more attractive for companies to go public. The reality is that many talented entrepreneurs don't have access to the resources and networks they need to start and grow successful companies. Women.
So my prediction, about 1 year ago, I actually was here at the Singapore FinTech Festival, and I got in trouble when I went back to the office because the PR team said I had overstepped by predicting that within a year, I predicted that financial institutions like banks would be using XRP in their payment